We're going to take a minute and find out how to complete this Asteroid Discovery Lab. So we're actually going to go through this process and see how astronomers really discover asteroids. What I have here are actually 6 different astronomical fields of the sky, so 6 different views of the sky. And for each one of these, there's a series of 4 pictures that were taken over several hours. So what you'll do is you click on any one of these. So here's this alpha field, it's called. And you'll see it's like a little animated movie here of 4 pictures that were taken over several hours. Now there's a lot of things happening in here, and what we're going to try to do is figure out, and I want to show you how to figure out what in these pictures are asteroids, because that's what we're trying to find. You'll see there's a lot of other stuff in the pictures as well. First thing you'll notice is that the sky is kind of gray, and I've turned up the brightness to make it easier to see fainter things, but we'll also see some more of the noise. You also see some really bright stars. Okay, all the white dots are stars everywhere. There's even some galaxies. Like that looks to me like that's a galaxy right there. It's kind of cool. Now, asteroids will be faint stars, really faint stars, that move in a straight line, and you can see them in every single picture. All right. Now, there's other things that look like faint stars that move but are not asteroids. And I'm going to show you how to recognize those things so that you don't mistake them for asteroids. So here's an example. This little dot of light is what we'd call like a ghost image or an artifact. Okay, it's artificial. It's not on the sky. It's just something that came just on the camera when the pictures were taken. You'll see it looks like a faint star, and it's moving, but it does not move in a straight line. It kind of jumps back and forth. Right? So in the 4 pictures, it looks like it's standing still and then suddenly jumps forward. Asteroids don't do that. They move continuously in a straight line. You'll see the pattern that it's moving, other things are moving in that same pattern. Like this guy right here is moving the same way. It's another ghost image. And so if you see something kind of jumping around like that, that is not an asteroid. There are other examples of things like that. Here's another one over here. And you'll see it's jumping around the exact same way. Okay, so don't mistake those for asteroids. There could be a lot of those artifacts scattered in the image. Other things that are not asteroids are as if you see something just like appear in 1 or 2 pictures. It's also not an asteroid. So here's like another artifact that just appears in 1 image. Boop, boop, boop. That's not an asteroid. Okay, that's another image artifact. The other thing to be a little bit wary of is anything that happens near the edges of the pictures. If you see it right along the edge and it suddenly comes into view, it's undoubtedly not an asteroid. So like again, this thing right here, it's a star coming in and out of the view of this picture. So I would not mistake that for an asteroid. Even this thing up here, not an asteroid. Okay, so what is an asteroid? Let's take a look. There is an asteroid right here. So you can see it's in all 4 pictures. It's moving in a straight line. It moves about the same amount between each picture. And over the whole couple hours, it only moves about this far. Right? If you saw something that was going boom, 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 boom all the way across the whole picture in just a couple hours, that is not an asteroid either. Okay, so it would just move a small part across the sky. Now in this particular field, in alpha field, there's actually a lot of asteroids. There's like 4 or 5 asteroids in this one field. And maybe you could see some other ones while you're watching this video even. In the other fields, though, you might find only 1 or maybe 3, something like that. So if you find like 10 things, they're not all asteroids. Okay, the most you'd find is maybe 5 in one field, but most of the fields only have maybe 2 or 3. Okay, so here's how we're going to actually complete the assignment turn in. You're going to look through, you're going to choose 3 of these fields, any 3 you want. You're going to look through them and try to find all the asteroids in the field. And I've provided for you like a Word document. And you don't have to use Microsoft Word to do this. You can use any program that you use to read Word documents. What you can do is you're going to add a circle. So you go Insert Shapes. So some way every program allows you to do this one form or another. You can add a little circle on top of it. I'm going to ask you to add a little red circle around the region where you see the asteroid. So I'm going to make this a red circle, and I'm going to make it empty in the middle. Okay, and we saw an asteroid that was kind of, and you might have to go back and forth a little bit, like, oh, let's see, where was it? It's right there. There's these 2 stars and this bright one. So let me see, there's those 2 stars and this bright one, so it was right about here. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to mark the location of the asteroids that you see for 3 fields, and then you can save and upload this completed Word document to get credit for the for the assignment. Now, this process that you're going through is exactly the same that real astronomers go through to discover asteroids. In fact, these pictures were originally taken when I was a college student, and we used them to discover brand new asteroids. So what you're seeing here were the very first images ever captured of some of these asteroids. So you really are experiencing true asteroid discovery. Cool. I hope you have fun as you complete the Asteroid Discovery Lab.